it's the 50th anniversary of Trek coming in a couple, 2016, I guess, right? So, I mean, you guys knocked it out of the park this time, and the hope is obviously this franchise continues. You've got a bit of a thing on your plate coming up next that we're all, I think, at this table very thrilled that you're getting a chance to do Star Wars Episode 7. Is the eye towards 2016, though, whether you're producing or directing, that could be the release date for the next film?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't actually had any formal discussions about this at all yet with the studio, but hopefully it would happen, and hopefully happen sooner than later. But the idea of everyone coming together again, there are many further adventures, I'm sure, and it would be a very bittersweet thing to have someone else direct this cast, but it depends what the schedule would be and if there is a desire for the film at all.
I'm curious also, just as a fan that grew up, like many people did, with the TV show. I mean, Star Trek worked so well as a TV series, and clearly this is a feature film franchise, but do you think there's room in the universe for a TV series while this franchise continues in feature film form?
Oh, sure. I think that there could be. It would obviously, having, there have been a number of existing Star Trek shows, so it's not like you can't look and see what's been done before again and again. The question is, why do one? What would be the new thing?
Right.
And there would have to be a great reason for it, but I could imagine one for sure.
You guys, have different fan bases from different amazing films that you guys have all been in. I'm curious though, can you spot like a diehard Star Trek fan from 50 yards away? Is there a telltale sign?
They have shaved their eyebrows. And they have the ears.
No, part of what's fascinating about being a part of this franchise is meeting those fans, and especially meeting the ones that you wouldn't necessarily clock from 50 yards away, because it's such an indelible franchise, and I do think it can't be underestimated or understated what a visionary mind Gene Roddenberry was, and that this is a franchise that's rooted in a faith in humanity and an optimism that by coming together from diverse and disparate backgrounds and working together, and as we all have, and as we are extensions of what he created, it's actually really good in this world, I think, to be a part of a franchise that's like that, And so I believe that the people that are diehard Star Trek fans, whether you can discern them by their aesthetic or not, is a group of people who that resonates for on some level, and that's a good place to be, especially in the world that we live in now.
Absolutely. Another Twitter question for you, Chris. Actually, do you and Captain Kirk have things in common? Kirk's got his good and bad qualities. I mean, you've only got good qualities.
I would say that.
What's Kirk's hick voice? What does that sound like?
I'm glad now the hatred is shared.
The quality I think that I most admire in Kirk is his impulsiveness, and that is his strength, and it is ultimately his downfall. But I appreciate, I forget who I was talking to this about this with, but there's something to Kirk. It's like when he feels, he feels. If he's angry, and he's going to express it. If he's sad, he's going to be sad. He's going to cry. If he wants to love, he loves. He rages. He's polar in all directions. And there's something about that with like an actor. You have to have the access to all those kind of that palette of emotions all at once. So I do think I have a deep love and appreciation for my Jim.
Totally.
My dear Jim.
Your Jim? He's our Jim now, but he's your Jim at heart. I have to ask you at least one Star Wars question. I know we're years away, but just like, look, I have the director of Episode 7 sitting next to me. I have to ask, I mean, are you going back? I mean, I know you grew up with Star Wars. We all did, right? Are you going back and looking at what made the Star Wars films great and why you fell in love with them in the first place to kind of figure out how you continue this in the right way? What's the methodology? It
really is way early days, and I feel like it would be wrong to talk about something that the process of which is just beginning. But I do look forward, when the time is right, to answering all of your questions and having actors whom I love and respect being put on the spot and made to say things that are humiliating. Now listen, come on, it's your go-to. But I appreciate the questions, and I just feel like it's very, very early too early to be talking about it. Right?
Fair enough. I'll bring out the coals that I will rake you over next time.
I look forward to that when the time is right.